The long-running CBS procedural NCIS is known for its gripping cases, witty banter, and heartwarming team dynamics. Season 22 has been no exception, and Episode 16, titled Ladies' Night, delivered a perfect blend of action, humor, and heartfelt moments. With Jessica Knight, Katrina Law, taking center stage, this episode was a refreshing change of pace, putting the spotlight on the women of NCIS while maintaining the core mystery-solving elements that fans love. Let's dive into a detailed breakdown of Ladies' Night, explore the best moments, and analyze what this episode means for the future of the team. The case: a mysterious death at a private club. The episode opens with a lavish setting, an exclusive, members-only club in Washington, D.C., known for hosting high-profile guests. The NCIS team is called in when a Navy intelligence officer, Lieutenant Andrea Collins, is found dead in the club's VIP lounge. At first glance, it looks like an overdose, but something doesn't add up. The club, Heroes Haven, is known as a safe space for powerful women in politics, law enforcement, and military intelligence to network away from prying eyes. Given its high-profile clientele, the club's management is hesitant to cooperate. But Knight and Cassie Hines, Deanna Reasonover, managed to convince the owner, Olivia Drake, guest star Jerry Ryan, to let them investigate. Drake, a retired Navy captain, insists that Lieutenant Collins had no enemies. But as the team digs deeper, they uncover that Collins was secretly investigating a potential intelligence leak within the club. Was her death an accident, or was she silenced before she could expose something bigger? A night out for the women of NCIS. While the case unfolds, Knight's personal life takes an unexpected turn. Parker, Gary Cole, encourages her to take a break and accept an invitation to a ladies' night event at Heroes Haven, which conveniently gives her a chance to blend in and gather intel. Knight hesitates at first, but when she learns that KZ and Dr. Grace Confalone, Laura San Giacomo, are also attending, she agrees. Tortoise Wilmer Valderrama teases Knight about needing a girls' night, but she fires back, saying he wouldn't survive in an all-female space for more than 5 minutes. Meanwhile, McChee, C. Murray, and Torres stay back at HQ, handling the cyber side of the investigation. Their banter about McKee's lack of a social life compared to Torres' charm adds some much-needed comic relief. Undercover at Heroes Haven, Knight, Cassie, and Dr. Confalone arrive at Heroes Haven, where they immerse themselves in the exclusive club's atmosphere. Cassie, being the tech-savvy genius she is, discreetly plants a device to intercept the club's security feed. Meanwhile, Dr. Confalone, ever the wise therapist, takes on an unexpected role, observing members' behaviors and potential conflicts. Knight strikes up a conversation with Natalie Briggs, guest star Amanda Righetti, a former NSA analyst turned entrepreneur who had been close to Lieutenant Collins. Briggs reveals that Collins suspected a high-ranking official was using the club as a front to exchange classified information. However, before Knight can press further, the power goes out momentarily, and a second woman is found unconscious, poisoned. The club goes into lockdown mode, and suddenly, Knight's undercover mission turns into a hostage situation. The team comes together. Back at HQ, McChee and Torres work with Parker to trace the source of the power outage and identify possible suspects. Torres jokes that he'd rather face a room full of armed mercenaries than an angry group of powerful women. McGee, as always, keeps things professional, but even he acknowledges that infiltrating a high-security women's club is outside their usual playbook. As Casey uses her analytical skills to determine the type of poison used on the second victim, Knight pieces together a pattern. The attacks seem to be targeting women in intelligence and cybersecurity. The question is, who stands to gain from their silence? When Knight finally gets access to Collins' encrypted files, she discovers evidence of a mole, someone within the government selling classified naval intelligence to a foreign entity. But before she can send the information to NCIS, her cover is blown. Knight in the spotlight. Trapped inside with limited backup, Knight takes charge, organizing the club members to secure the area. She relies on her military training and crisis management skills, proving why she's one of NCI's best agents. One of the women inside the club, Rebecca Hanley, a wealthy lobbyist, panics and tries to leave, unknowingly putting herself in danger. Knight steps in and diffuses the situation, earning the trust of the club's elite members. Meanwhile, Dr. Confalone and Casey work to keep everyone calm and focused. Casey's quick thinking helps her identify a potential suspect, a bartender who had access to all the victims' drinks. The culprit revealed